Hello! So you want to come to Greece? Of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't click on this video, would you? And you're wondering what kind of jobs can foreigners do in Greece? Good news, you came to the right video. I'm going to tell you all about it. Let's go. This video is for those of you who want to relocate to Greece and find the actual job here. Not every one of us is fortunate to have online business or remote work, which we can just take with us anywhere in the world. Sometimes the only option to relocate to other country is to actually find a job there. So in this video, I'm going to tell you what kind of jobs you can find in Greece as a foreigner who doesn't speak Greek. But if you are wondering, who am I and why am I qualified to even talk about it? My name is Pati. If you are here for the first time, welcome. If you've already been here, welcome again. I hardly ever introduce myself, so I need to start doing that. So my name is Pati. I am what I like to call a perpetual expat. I've lived in 4 different countries so far. I currently live in Athens, in Greece, but I am also a solo traveler, backpacker, and a travel blogger. So here in this channel, I share my experience as a traveler, as an expat, as someone who relocates to other countries, and maybe in the future also as a blogger. So welcome. So first things first, I will not be talking about anything related to visas or work permits. This is not something that I am experienced in because I do not need work permit or a visa to work in a European country. I am from Poland, just in case you didn't know. But there is plenty of information about visas and work permits on the web. So I invite you to go and search for this information. So I will not be telling you how you can actually get a working permit or working visa in Greece. But if you already know that you could actually come to Greece and work here, I will tell you all the options that you have as a foreigner that doesn't speak Greek. Because if you actually speak Greek, the job market is much more wide open for you, especially if you speak fluent Greek. But if you don't speak any Greek, or maybe just a few words like I do, then this video is for you. So I've compiled a short list of a few jobs that I know the foreigners do in Greece. I'm gonna hold my glasses because I'm kind of blind and I'm reading my notes because I came prepared today. But the information that I'm gonna give you today is not something that I just went on the internet and researched. I know it either firsthand from my own experience, or I personally know people that have done the jobs, and I basically went out there and asked them what was their experience, how much they earned, how did they find the job. So this is first-hand experience from me or other people around me that I personally know. Of course, this list might not be complete. There might be some jobs that you can do here that I will not mention purely because maybe I'm not aware of it. So if there is something that I missed and I think is very important or useful, please feel free to make a comment to help those that are watching this video. You know, sharing is caring. So let's crack on. Let's not make this another one of my really long videos. So the first job that you can do in Greece as a foreign person that doesn't speak Greek is the seasonal job in hospitality on one of the Greek islands. Basically, you can go to any of the popular Greek islands where there's a lot of foreign tourists, English-speaking tourists, And you can find a job in the bar, in a restaurant, in the hotel, sometimes even in retail. And often you don't really need to speak Greek. If it's an establishment that is mainly catering for tourists, English-speaking tourists, you will be fine. You don't need to speak Greek. And I know people that don't speak much Greek. Maybe they know a little bit more now because they've been living here for 2-3 years. But to start with, they did not speak any Greek and they managed to get a job in bar, restaurant or hotel. The thing is that those are, of course, seasonal jobs. The season on the island starts around April or May, depending on the island. Some larger islands would probably open for a season a little bit earlier, some would open a little bit later. But it starts around end of April, May, and it ends sometimes end of September, sometimes in October. However, the pay is more than probably you would get in any other job in Greece as a non-Greek person. And maybe even as a Greek person, to be honest with you, because you will be working long hours, but you will also have tips on top of that. So the pay would be anything more or less, okay? It really depends on the actual establishment, whether it's a bar, restaurant, busy bar, whether it's a hotel, what type of job it is. But it can be anything between maybe starting from 800, but more often than not, starting from 1,000 euros per month, all the way to maybe 1,500. I've even heard you can earn up to 2,000 euros per month if you get really good tips. So really, with a job like this, you can work from May all the way to October. And if you manage to find affordable accommodation, maybe anything between 300 to 400 euros per month, which on some islands is possible, but you can also share a house with someone if that's something that you would be prepared to do. If you manage to find a accommodation, let's say for around 400 euros, then you will earn enough to even be able to save to not work during the winter. Or if you just want to come for a season, you just want to come and enjoy the summer in Greece, but in the meantime earn some money, then this is also a good option. The other reason why this could be a good option is because it basically gets you into the country. This is how a lot of people that want to move to the country start. And this is how I started. I never worked in hospitality in Greece, but I did that in other countries. I did it in UK and I did it in Gibraltar as well. I came in and I was working in hospitality in bars and restaurants. And eventually, as I spent my time in there, I made connections, I met people, I learned about the opportunities in the place. Then eventually I managed to find a non-hospitality job. So this is also a great way just to get your foot into the door. The islands that you would want to look at are definitely the larger and more popular islands. So anything like Corfu, Crete, Rhodes, Zakynthos, Santorini, Mykonos, around these places, you can definitely find job in hospitality, bar, restaurant, hotel, anything like that, just with English language. I know people that have done it, and it's quite easy to find a job like this as well. If the best way to find a job like this is actually to be there already. So let's say you come at the beginning of the season, let's say you come in April and you start looking around. You can do the old-fashioned way, just walk around the places or the bars and restaurants and hotels and just ask if they're looking for people. And you can also look on Facebook groups. There's a lot of Facebook groups in Greece. Every single location has its own dedicated Facebook group, whether it's a place where people look for the accommodation, or a place where people look for jobs, or just want to get tips about living in the place. Find a local, let's say you want to go to Crete or Corfu, find expats in Corfu or jobs in Corfu or anything like that, and there's always going to be someone, especially at the beginning of the season, there's always going to be someone advertising. But you can also go on the websites like Indeed, for example. But I do believe that just asking in person or maybe looking on Facebook groups will get you a job. you probably won't have to look very, very hard. What you need to be aware of, it is not an easy job. I know I've done it for many, many years. It's not an easy job. It's long hours, late hours. You very often finish very late, and it's not always so glamorous. It's not like you're always making cocktails. There's also cleaning and all other weird things that you have to do, stocking up things, and it's a challenging job, but it can be also fun. I only have great memories from a lot of my hospitality jobs. It's a great way to meet people. You very often make lifelong friends. And if you come in alone and you are scared that you're going to be alone and you're not going to meet anybody, getting a job in a bar or a restaurant is the best way to meet people and make friends. I'm saying that from experience, okay? So this is definitely an option for you. Thing is that, of course, at the beginning, you need to come with a little bit of savings because you will have to find the accommodation. But if you allow yourself maybe a little bit more time to search around, some places, especially probably hotels, would also offer accommodation, or they will help you find the accommodation. But still, you need to come with some savings. Don't just come with no money, because it doesn't work like this. You have to have enough money to survive for the first month or first couple of months and to rent the accommodation. The second job, which is also seasonal, that you could consider is a job in tourism. This is a bit tricky because I found some ads, some offers like this, but they very often still want at least basic knowledge of Greek. But where I found those, take a look in the country that you're from or the country that you're living in. Take a look at the tour agencies or travel agencies. Because what I found a couple of Polish, because this is where I'm from, Polish travel agencies. They were looking for seasonal workers. They were looking to employ someone for the season, and this would be people to take care of the tourists, basically, like the residents in hotels, someone taking people on tours, experiences. Sometimes it can be an admin job as well, or maybe they're looking for drivers, anything like that. So I would definitely advise you to look for a local travel agencies if this is something that is popular in your country, because it's not always popular. In Poland, for example, travel agencies are still very popular for some reason, and a lot of people actually choose to travel with travel agencies, so they're always looking for people, and they often also offer accommodation. So this is an option. However, like I said, read the job description, because they will probably more often than not, they will ask for some knowledge of Greek language, but sometimes not. So it's definitely worth looking at it. Now, let's say you don't want to work just for the season and you don't want to work in the bar or restaurant. You feel like this is not something that you want to do, or maybe like me, you've already done it for many, many years and you just don't feel like you have strength to do this again. Then there are, of course, some office jobs that you could do. So the most popular and easiest job to get in Greece as a foreigner who doesn't speak any Greek and doesn't want to do seasonal jobs is job in a call center. There's few companies like this in Greece. Most of them are based in Athens, but some of them have also offices spread around Greece. The great news for you is if you speak an additional language. You can get a job with just English. There are some, but there's less of them. But if you speak additional language, let's say Italian, French, Polish, Romanian, Bulgarian, Czech, Dutch, any other language, really, there is a big chance that you can find the call center job very, very easily. There are two main companies, because the second one is just like one company now. The first one is the Teleperformance, and the second one is WebHelp and Concentrix. They are now one company. I think WebHelp before was a separate company, but they just now one company. So if you search online, search for Concentrix. So it's Teleperformance and Concentrix. Those companies have actually jobs not only in Greece, they have jobs all over the world. So if, for example, you're not sure if you want to come to Greece and maybe you want to come to Portugal, for example, you can go on their website and see what kind of jobs are offered where, and you will also see a list of countries in which you can find the job. There's few things that you need to know. First of all, they are often hybrid, sometimes remote, sometimes office-based, but you will still have to live in the country. So let's say, for example, you get a job in Athens and the job will end up being remote. Yes, maybe you can move to Thessaloniki if you want, or to the Greek island, but you still need to stay within Greece, because you will have to get your tax, your accommodation here, and very often you will get some kind of equipment as well. So you will still have to stay in Greece. So it's not like it's typical remote work and you can just now go to Bali. No, it's not like that. I advise you to go on their websites and search for your language. So for example, if English is not your first language, and let's say your first language is French or Italian or Czech or whatever it is, see if there is a job available in your language. Almost guaranteed. Almost guaranteed that you're going to get the job. And the great thing is that they very often offer relocation packages. They're not massive, but they help. So they maybe pay for your flight ticket, they maybe put you into temporary accommodation for a week or two. Also, they often will help you at the beginning to navigate around very frustrating Greek bureaucracy, things like getting the tax number and things like that. And they often also help with finding accommodation. Now, those are not glamorous jobs, okay? This is call center. And there are very, very divided opinions about the job. I'm not going to go into detail because it's enough you go on one of the Facebook forums or whatever, you will see people's opinions. But it gets your foot in the door again. So if you just want to come here and you don't know where to start, you have no idea like what to do with yourself, but you know for sure that you want to come and try and live in Greece, this is great option, because you get your flight ticket, maybe you get a couple of weeks of accommodation, and then you're already here, you have a job, you get the ball rolling. Then once you're here, you can start looking at other options if you want to, or you are here and then you can decide whether this is somewhere you want to stay or you want to move out, or you are here, and then you can make your decision after that. Majority of the jobs probably would be on offer in Athens, but there are quite a lot as well in Thessaloniki as far as I know, and some of the companies, they have offices spread around Greece as well, maybe a couple of islands as well. So it definitely was looking into the websites, because maybe you can go and work from the island, for example. Maybe the job is remote from the start and you don't even have to live in Athens or Thessaloniki. So it's really worth looking. Like I said, the job is not glamorous, and so isn't the pay. It's not amazing. It's basically a job, a pay that will make you survive the month. I'll be honest with you. It's probably anything between 800 and 150 if you earn 1,000 euros net. I'm talking net after the tax. You are lucky, okay? Because most of the time it will be around 900 on average, okay? So this is survival money, because after you pay for your accommodation, your groceries and your electricity bills, I'm showing there because we have a heat wave now in Greece and my aircon is on. I have no idea how I'm going to pay for this bill, but I'm dying, it's just so hot. But this is the reality. When you actually work in Greece I'm not talking about the remote work when you gain decent money. I'm talking about the job in Greece. It's money that lets you survive the month, to pay your bills, pay your rent, pay your electricity bill, get some groceries. If you want to get a full picture, now that you almost know everything, I have tiny little bit more information for you, so don't go away. But if you want to get a full picture of expenses as well, I will link those videos somewhere at the top or at the bottom. There will be somewhere. I have a video on the cost of groceries in Athens mainly, but in Greece. And I also have a video on the reality of living in Athens. I also have a video which I made just after I moved to Greece, in which I show you around my apartment and how much I'm actually paying for the apartment. So you can, I will link all those videos somewhere, and then you can see if this is something that you want to do. But you need to be prepared. Nobody comes to work in Greece to make money. This is not this type of destination that you go there and you just work and save. No, people come to Greece for the weather, for the culture, for the Greek lifestyle, for the Greek food, for Greek islands, for Greek life. This is what you come to Greece for. You don't come here to make money, okay? So be aware of that if you want to find the job in Greece. So like I said, the hospitality job or the call center job is a great way to get you here. And once you are here, you can look around, okay? Because you're already here, you have your tax number, you have your apartment, you know more or less what you want to do with yourself, and then you can look around. I definitely suggest you polish your LinkedIn profile, because I actually had 2 interview invitations from LinkedIn. I was not actively looking for a job. They contacted me. I actually went through 1 interview. The second one I just rejected straight away. The reason was because the offer was basically the same money, the same hours. There was not much difference, and I wasn't prepared to relocate, because one was offering relocation to Thessaloniki. I wasn't prepared to do that. But there are offers and there are companies on LinkedIn which are looking for foreigners as well. So definitely take care of your LinkedIn profile, and once you are here, you can look around as well. And then also, once you're here, you will meet people. You will maybe meet people in office or in your workplace, and you might get some advice here and there. Basically, this is how it works. The last thing that I want to mention here, yes, do join all the Facebook groups, because it helps. You want to be part of the community, you want to see what's happening, you want to see the job offers, the housing offers, the rental offers. You want to be there. But be prepared. Majority of the expat forums are full of negativity, and this is not only the case in Greece, because as I mentioned, I lived in other countries and I've been part of this type of forums in Malta and Gibraltar. They're all the same. I don't know what it is about expats. They just love complaining about countries that they're living in, which is puzzling me, because you willingly move to this country. But maybe this is a topic for different video. But listen to them and don't listen at the same time, because a lot of the things that I was told at the beginning, when I was told don't come here, this is that, or this is so bad, you will not be able to do that, some of them came true, but still I still came here. Those opinions didn't change my mind, because the truth is that the best way to find out is just to go to this country, find a job, live in the country, do your grocery shopping, pay your bills, make friends. This is the only way to find out whether you actually want to live in a country. If this is your dream, if you really want to come to Greece, but you just don't know where to start or how to find a job, I hope this video helped you. I hope it was informative. If there is anything that you think I didn't mention or you have any questions, of course, ask in the comments. Please subscribe if this is the type of content you enjoy. I make different types of videos. I do a lot of videos on the reality of living in Greece, but I also do some videos for travelers, especially travelers slightly more mature like me. So please subscribe, because I am really looking forward to what this channel brings in the future. And of course, if you found it helpful, or entertaining in any way, give me a thumbs up as well. It helps a lot a small YouTube channel like mine. So, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye now.